Welcome back to Freedomfully. Today we're exploring one of the most intriguing retirement lifestyle choices, living in a tiny home or RV. If you've been considering downsizing dramatically to reduce expenses, simplify your life, or gain more freedom, this comprehensive analysis is for you. The tiny home movement has exploded in recent years, with over 10,000 tiny homes built annually, and RV living has seen a 62% increase among retirees since 2020. These alternative living arrangements promise financial freedom, simplified living, and increased mobility. But they also come with significant challenges. Today, we're doing a thorough analysis of both the advantages and disadvantages of tiny home and RV retirement living. We'll explore financial implications, lifestyle changes, practical considerations, and help you determine whether this alternative might be right for your retirement. Before diving into pros and cons, let's clarify the different options available and what each involves, because the experience varies significantly depending on which route you choose. Tiny homes typically range from 100 to 600 square feet and can be built on foundations or on wheels for mobility. They can be custom-built, kit-built, or purchased ready-made. Costs range from $50,000 for basic models and $200,000 for luxury versions, not including land. RVs come in many varieties, from small travel trailers under 20 feet to luxury motorhomes over 40 feet long. Class A motorhomes are the largest and most expensive. Class B are van-based, and Class C are mid-sized. Fifth wheels and travel trailers require separate tow vehicles. A key distinction is whether you plan to stay in one location or travel regularly. Stationary tiny homes on owned or rented land offer more stability, while mobile options provide freedom to travel, but require more planning and adaptation. Legal considerations vary dramatically by location. Some areas welcome tiny homes and RVs, while others have strict zoning laws that prohibit them. Research local regulations thoroughly before making any commitments. Consider utility needs. Some tiny homes and RVs can connect to traditional utilities, while others rely on solar power, composting toilets, and water tanks. Your comfort with off-grid living significantly impacts your experience. Pause 2. Let's start with the most compelling advantage for many retirees: the potential for significant cost savings and financial freedom. The most obvious financial benefit is dramatically reduced housing costs. Many retirees can purchase a tiny home or quality RV outright, eliminating mortgage payments that might consume 25–30% of their retirement income. This can free up thousands of dollars monthly for other priorities. Utility costs plummet in tiny spaces. Heating and cooling 200 square feet costs far less than a traditional home. Maintenance is also simpler and less expensive, though it may be more frequent. Many tiny home dwellers report utility bills under $50 monthly. Property taxes are typically much lower for tiny homes, and RVs are often taxed as vehicles rather than real estate. Insurance costs are also generally lower, though you'll need specialized coverage for tiny homes and RVs. Limited space naturally reduces consumption and accumulation of possessions. Many tiny home retirees report spending significantly less on clothing, furniture, and household items simply because they have nowhere to put them. If you own land, you might be able to rent out your previous home while living in a tiny home on the same property, creating rental income. Some retirees also rent out their tiny homes when traveling in RVs. Mobile living allows you to take advantage of geographic arbitrage, spending winters in low-cost areas and summers in places that might be too expensive for year-round living. This can dramatically reduce your overall cost of living. Pause 2. Beyond financial benefits, tiny home and RV living can offer significant lifestyle advantages that many retirees find deeply satisfying. Simplified living is often cited as the greatest benefit. With less space to clean, organize, and maintain, you have more time and energy for activities you actually enjoy. Many retirees report feeling liberated from the burden of managing a large home. RV living and mobile tiny homes offer unprecedented freedom to travel and explore. You can follow good weather, visit family and friends, or explore new places without the expense and hassle of hotels and restaurants. Many tiny home and RV communities are located in beautiful natural settings. The smaller indoor space encourages more outdoor living, which can improve both physical and mental health. Tiny home villages and RV parks often foster strong community connections. Many retirees report making closer friendships and having more social interaction than they had in traditional neighborhoods. Smaller living spaces have a much smaller environmental footprint. Many tiny homes incorporate sustainable features like solar power, composting toilets, and rainwater collection, allowing retirees to live more aligned with environmental values. Alternative living arrangements offer flexibility to adapt to changing needs. If your health changes or you want to be closer to family, it's often easier to relocate a tiny home or RV than to sell and buy traditional real estate. Pause 2. While the benefits can be compelling, tiny home and RV retirement living also comes with significant challenges that you need to consider honestly. The most obvious challenge is space limitation. Living in 200-400 square feet requires major lifestyle adjustments. Storage is extremely limited, entertaining is difficult, and privacy can be challenging, especially for couples who are used to having separate spaces. Legal and zoning issues can be complex and frustrating. Many areas don't allow tiny homes as permanent residences, and RV living may be restricted to designated parks or limited time periods. These regulations can change, potentially forcing you to relocate. Depending on your setup, you may face limitations with utilities, limited water storage, smaller electrical capacity, or challenges with internet connectivity. Off-grid living requires significant lifestyle adjustments and backup plans for system failures. Tiny homes and RVs are more vulnerable to extreme weather than traditional homes. Heating and cooling can be challenging, and severe weather may require evacuation or cause damage that's difficult to repair. While maintenance costs may be lower, repairs can be more complex because of space constraints and specialized systems. Finding qualified repair services, especially for mobile units, can be challenging and expensive. Hosting family and friends becomes much more difficult, which can strain relationships. Some retirees find that adult children and grandchildren visit less frequently when there's no comfortable space to accommodate them. Tiny homes and RVs typically depreciate rather than appreciate in value. The resale market is limited, and you may have difficulty selling if your circumstances change. This is very different from traditional real estate investment. Pause the 2. While the financial benefits can be significant, there are also hidden costs and financial disadvantages that many people don't consider initially. If you don't own land, you'll need to pay for parking or lot rental, which can range from $200 to $1,000 plus monthly, depending on location and amenities. Prime locations with good utilities and amenities can be surprisingly expensive. Insurance for tiny homes can be complex and expensive because they don't fit standard homeowners or auto insurance categories. Financing is also challenging. Most lenders don't offer traditional mortgages for tiny homes, requiring personal loans with higher interest rates. Connecting to utilities can be expensive, especially if you need to run new electrical, water, or sewer lines. Off-grid systems require significant upfront investment in solar panels, batteries, water tanks, and waste management systems. Mobile units especially face more wear and tear than stationary homes. Tires, brakes, and mechanical systems require regular maintenance and replacement. Weather exposure can also accelerate deterioration of exterior materials. You may need backup plans for emergencies, hotel stays during repairs, storage for belongings during relocations, or alternative transportation if your RV breaks down. These contingency costs can add up quickly. If you're seriously considering tiny home or RV retirement, here's a framework for making this major decision and planning a successful transition. Before making a permanent commitment, try extended stays in tiny homes or RVs through rentals or house sitting. Spend at least a month living in a small space to understand the reality beyond the novelty. Do a thorough financial analysis comparing your current housing costs with all costs of alternative living, including hidden expenses like land rental, insurance, and maintenance. Make sure the savings are as significant as you expect. Research locations thoroughly, including zoning laws, community rules, and long-term stability. Visit potential communities and talk to current residents about their experiences, both positive and negative. Consider a gradual transition rather than selling your home immediately. You might rent out your current home while trying alternative living, giving you a backup plan if the lifestyle doesn't work. Build connections with others who've made this transition successfully. Online communities, local groups, and mentorship relationships can provide valuable guidance and support during the adjustment period. Develop contingency plans for various scenarios. What if zoning laws change, your health changes, or you simply don't like the lifestyle? Having backup plans reduces stress and provides peace of mind. Pause. 2. Tiny home and RV retirement can be incredibly rewarding for the right people in the right circumstances, offering financial freedom, simplified living, and unique lifestyle opportunities. But it's not a magic solution to retirement challenges, and it comes with real trade-offs and limitations. The key is honest self-assessment, understanding your personality, priorities, and circumstances well enough to know whether the benefits outweigh the challenges for your specific situation. Take time with this decision. Try before you buy, research thoroughly, and don't let financial pressure alone drive your choice. The best retirement living situation is one that aligns with your values, personality, and long-term goals. Are you considering tiny home or RV retirement? What aspects appeal to you most, and what concerns do you have? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if this analysis was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more retirement planning content. Thank you for joining me for this comprehensive look at alternative retirement living. Remember, the best retirement is one that's intentionally designed around your unique needs and dreams. Until next time, keep exploring your options and designing your freedom fully.